Shalom. First of all, I want to give all praises to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Racha Kodash. Yahweh being, of course, the true, almighty, and powerful name of the Heavenly Father. That's Yahweh, all right? He, which means he is, he exists, all right? Of course, in his only begotten Son's name is Yahweh Shai, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, which is Yahweh Shai, which means he the deliverer, all right? And of course, Bahashem meaning in the name, Racha meaning spirit, Kodash is holy, all right? That's why I utter in the Paleo Hebrew. Of course, I want to give double honors to the elders and apostles at Great Millstone who were well, and peace and salutation to all sincere Achim out there, of course, doing their work in all sincerity, all right, with a pure lab, all right, a tahar or a lab tahar, all right, a pure heart, okay. The brother Mafa, Great Millstone Plain Tables Camp, coming again with another we article. We getting on these women here and there, of course, got a rebuke, all right. Just an article I seen, I was like, let me just do this work, Anyway, it says married mom who had group sex, which is an orgy, all right, with string of schoolboys at her home is jailed for 7 years. All right, which this woman should be put to death, pretty much. That's what she, of course, have, of course, committed the crime of adultery, which Exodus 20 and 14, it reads in the Hebrew, it's la'atha na'ap. All right, so la'atha. All right, la'a means no, and tha means thou, and it says na'ap, which means adultery. All right, and that, of course, is when a woman, of course, sleeps with another man. All right, that's other than her husband. That's what adultery is. All right, of course, because a woman is married. All right, meaning joined onto a man via the act of sex. All right, it doesn't require a ring on the finger. It doesn't require a ceremony. All right, where you go into a whole bloody fucking you say what these women like, these big ass fucking festival type shit, whatever you want to call it. It's a ceremony and shit, big arrangement, that's just a fucking festivity and shit. The act of actual marriage is actual sex. All right, read Genesis 24 and 67. Of course, Isaac took his wife. All right, who I believe who's that? I forget if it was Rebecca or Rachel. You can go back in the story. All right. You'll see it. But anyway, you women ain't supposed to be committing adultery. Also, the men also. All right, meaning the men ain't supposed to be going and having sex with a married woman. All right, this is why our women are defiled. Okay, and I'm gonna explain, the whole thing, which how a woman is defiled. All right, we gonna get it right here. All right, because a lot of fucking people out here. Though I be rude in speech but not in knowledge, so I'm going to use rude speech, all right? If you don't like the actual lesson, turn it off, all right? And if you, some of you women that listen and learning, you just got to understand, if the shoe don't fit, then don't worry about it, all right? If you, being Kodash, separate, holy, all right, then you good, but this is for the wicked, women out there, all right, that's out there being damn harlots, all right, whores, okay. Anyway, we gonna get more into the actual article, and so it goes on. It says Amanda Thompson sexually abused young boys while her own children were in the house. So this fucking bitch right here, which bitch is a shameless woman, all right? You can read that in the Apocrypha, all right? It's in the Bible, all right? So she actually went and had sex with a bunch of young boys, all right, while her own children was in the house. And that's how, these women are, they basically, that's the way of adulterous woman, but she eateth and wipeth her mouth and says she has done no evil, or done no wickedness, roughly paraphrasing, all right. So she got jailed for 7 years for 10 counts of physical and sexual abuse of 6 boys. And the boys, them boys is ridiculous, all right. They just getting they nut off. That's how, our this world is nothing but fucking world of confusion, all right. That's why it's Babylon, all right. Everybody's walking around, of course, lawless, without the law, statute, commandments ruling over them. Israelites, all right, which I'm speaking of. We are under the law, all right. So-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, we are the Lord's chosen people, and we aren't supposed to conduct ourselves in such a fashion, all right. Banging out, popping people's wives and all of that. That's against the law, statute, commandments, all right. So it says, a married mom who had group sex, was an orgy, with several underage schoolboys after performing a striptease was caged for 7 years today. Look at that, he used the words caged, all right. So we gonna get into some scriptures as we go through it, just to make things be quick, all right. So let me see, I'm gonna go to, this is book of Sirach and the Apocrypha, King James 1611. All right, they take these books out of the Bible, of course, because it's the truth. All right, they try to say it's not canon, which is a lie. All right, these are divinely inspired. It lines up with the scriptures, have prophecy in it and everything. All right, so this is book of Sirach 42, and I believe it is verse 6, and it says, sure keeping is good where an evil wife is, and shut up where many hands are. All right, so if you got a evil woman, all right, an evil wife, all right, you supposed to shut her up, all right. Because first of all, this woman, if you want to keep her, and correct this woman, saying like brothers that have women and such, basically you should just keep your woman, best as you could keep her. I mean, we know that on this side it's difficult, to basically make her follow all statute commandments. She's supposed to just pretty much just serve you, all right. And I mean, whether she in the faith or not, she'll be saved through your works, and that's all in the scriptures, all right. The man is the salvation for the woman, all right. Simple as that, all right. But if you want to keep a woman in, all right, that's evil, all right. If you want to keep that woman, because say like obviously our women be doing us dirty and such, it says sure keeping is good where an evil wife is, all right. Shut up where many hands are, and if you have your woman going all about, of course she's going to be doing things, committing acts such as this, all right, where she's having evil wife, because she through her the beginning of sin, through Eve and such, going off taking the philosophies of the so-called white man, all right, which is a serpent in the garden, all right. She'll go and get with many of these men, all right, which boys after the age of 12, they are adults, all right, once they fucking nuts drop, all right. Simple as that, all right. Here it is. It says, watch. This is Sirach 26:11. Watch over an impudent eye, and marvel not if she trespass against thee. All right. It says, let me see. I'm gonna get this real quick. For impudent, all right. Impudent, not showing due respect for another person. All right, which a woman is supposed to show respect for their husband. They're supposed to reverence their husbands, all right. It says, and marvel not if she trespass against thee, all right. She will open her mouth as a thirsty traveler when he hath found a fountain, all right, and drink of every water near her, all right. By every hedge she will sit down, so she a hedge, She's sitting on every fence. Basically she's sitting down on every man. All right, and open her quiver. All right, against every arrow, which a quiver is you say the vessel in which an arrow is stored. All right, so she opened up her quiver. That's her kobah, or her vagina. She gonna open it up for every arrow. All right. In this case, it'll be a mama thun. I believe that's the Hebrew word for penis. All right. So she's gonna open up. And that's of course over much liberty. All right, because as scriptures say, the whoredom of a woman may be known in her haughty looks and her eyelids. So we be seeing these women, they walking around all crazy, and this what the things they doing. All right, and they hus and their bayath. All right, they out there, basically, as just to put it, they fucking and sucking. Simple that. Young bulls and everything. So she's now defiled and she should be put to death. All right, but anyway, it's gonna go on. Let me see where I'm gonna go. Because I'm gonna go into being defiled and such, but I'm gonna read more of the article. All right, and just it says Amanda Thompson, is invited boys to her property and bought drugs and alcohol. A woman, she's of course supposed to be sober. All right, which this is First Peter 3:1. Likewise, ye wives, being subject to your own husbands. All right, being under the rule. All right, your own husbands, that if any obey not the word, they may be without the word won by the conversation, meaning the conduct, all right, of their wives. All right, it says, while they behold your chaste conversation coupled with fear, whose adorning let it not be that the outward adorning of plaiting of the hair and the wearing of gold, or the putting on of apparel, but let it be hidden, the hidden man of the heart. Let me see, and with that which is not corruptible, even the ornament of a meek quiet spirit. You see, I'm gonna actually skip down. Verse 3 and 5. 1 Peter 3 and 5. It says, for after this manner in old times holy women also, who trust it in the Most High, adorn themselves, being in subjection unto their own husbands. All right, even as Sarah, all right, obeyed Abraham, calling him Lord, whose daughters ye are, as long as ye do well and are not afraid with any amazement. All right, simple as that. All right, so if you want to be a daughter of Sarah, all right, you of course supposed to obey your man, who is your Lord, your overseer. All right, simple as that. Okay, and they're not supposed to be going out, being all flashy and wanton, undisciplined. All right, simple as that. Okay. This is 1 Timothy 2 and let's see, I'll start at in 9. It says, in like manner also that women adorn themselves in modest apparel, with shamefacedness, sobriety, and not with broidered hair or gold of pearls or costly array, but which becometh woman professing godliness with good works. All right, let the woman learn in all subjection. But I suffer not a woman to teach, nor to usurp authority over the man, but being silenced. For Adam was first formed, then Eve, and Adam was not deceived, but the woman being deceived was in the transgression. All right, so of course the serpent went to the weaker vessel, which is woman. You're a weaker vessel. All right, and of course that's another man. All right, and of course through her we all die, because of course she went down to Adam, and with another philosophy. All right, And now of course we have what we are now, subject unto vanity. All right, simple as that. But anyway, that's why of course you gotta watch over these women, man. It's crazy. All right, it says she engaged in sexual intercourse, oral sex, so she blowing, taking and ride. All right, and even claimed to be one. She claimed one of them had got her pregnant, and that she need to get an abortion. So she putting kids to death. All right, with abortions. All right, and of course she got pregnant. She took conceived. So she going raw. She was going raw. All right, that's why they're defiled, man. Having sex with all other men and such. It says she's 39. She was sentenced to 10 counts of physical and sexual abuse with 6 boys, which took place in her home while they were aged between 13 and 15 years old. So don't be thinking these little young bulls is innocent and such. These young bulls is fucking, they ready to do a nigga dirty. So you got, well, we ain't saying we niggas, but they'll do you dirty. Simple as that. It say during sentencing, the judge said to Thompson, "You pleaded guilty to a most dreadful catalog of sexually offending these young boys. Your approach was anything goes as you saw fit in your own drunken stupor." And as these women supposed to be, of course, sober, man. Which that's also up in here, right here in Sirach. All right, it says this is Sirach 26 and 8. It says a drunken woman in a gather abroad causes great anger, and she will not cover her own shame. All right, because you have a drunken woman, she basically she just a harlot. She owns up to it too. These women don't got no shame. All right, these clamorous, foolish women. All right, women out there. All right, silly ones. He says you were prepared to abuse each boys for your own sexual gratifications. It says you simply had a sexual drive that knew no ends. Nothing was enough. And, it's a lot of these women. They just they go out in there and just be fucking these guys, man. Day in and day out. Because women, they pretty much just want attention. All right. That's why you gotta watch over them. All right. It says she admitted 7 counts of sexual activity with a child, 1 of attempted sexual activity with a child, of 1 attempted sexual assault with a child, and engaging in sexual activity with a child ahead of the trial. It says Thompson appeared on the hearing in Asbury Crown Court via video link. On the court heard how she would let teenagers drink and smoke weed. All right, going off again in her home before prying on them after performing a striptease. She taking off all her clothes and all. It says Kim Preston prosecuting the defendant liked her own home to be viewed as a party house and a fun house. She would allow them to drink cannabis and smoke weed, and then she would just fucking suck. Simple as that. All right. It says the prosecutors described the first occasion when mother of 3 Thompson abused 2 boys at home in February of last year. She's saying she become suggestive, and she tried to touch a couple of boys intimately, but they both pushed her away. It says later the boys returned to Thompson's house in Bletchley, Milton Keynes, Buckinghamshire, and quickly became a predator. She went upstairs and returned to children completely naked and invited them upstairs. Alright, so she just basically went upstairs, took off her clothes, went downstairs, went naked, and just went up. It says 2 of the boys went in her bedroom to find her having sexual intercourse with her friend, grabbing the boys and performing. So this woman went out. Yo, this is just too. This woman is raw, man. Yo, that's why I say watch these women, man. You know, you women gonna get y'all harlots out there. Y'all gonna get y'all punishment, y'all destruction. All right, ICB and fire. You gonna get raped. You know, coming in martial law. You know, and deaths that Yahweh Shem Yahshua sanctioned. All right. It says prosecuting barrister Miss Pearson described a fourth occasion where two boys arrived at the home to find Thompson trying to corral the boys to have sexual intercourse. All right. You know, they got image of her stages of dressing, just being a whore. She added the mom had clear knowledge of the youth and innocent. You know, this is just ridiculous. So anyway, this is it. You know, I'm gonna get into the law now because this is just ridiculous. Anyway, going into it, this is Numbers 5 and 11. It says, and Yahweh spake unto Mashah, saying, speak unto the children of Yasha Allah of Israel, which is the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and the Americans, and say unto them, if any man's wife go aside and commit a trespass against him, and a man lie with her carnally, and it be hid from the eyes of the husband, and be kept close, and she be defiled, all right, which you know, she's now defiled, which you need to go into that word, as I of course said. The word defiled is the word tamah, all right, or yeah, tamah, slaki, which yeah, to be unclean, to be impure, all right, sexually, idolatry, all right, sexually, right there, to be unclean, all right, she pollute. All right, so you defluting yourself because, of course, you got another man's seed up in you and all of that. All right, you lying to your husband, all of that, man. So the scriptures is true. So I mean, a lot of you women, you know, like that's why y'all don't want to hear these scriptures. You know, wicked women, that is. All right, it says, and she be defiled, and there be no witness against her, neither she be taken with the matter. The spirit of jealousy come upon him, and he be jealous of his wife, and she be defiled. Or if the spirit of jealousy come upon him, and he be jealous of his wife, and she be not defiled, then it says, then shall the man bring his wife unto the priest, and she shall bring. This goes into that you know, basically gonna test you know, if the woman basically committed adultery, and then she gonna get that that rotten thought. Was it that rotten? Let me see. Me going to it. It says it's a curse. Yep, the thigh rot and the belly to swell. And these women got the cellulite. All right, and you know, and all of that. You know, those are curses and such. You know, it just goes and shows you. All right, and there's more into it, but that's basically it. All right, you know, but you know, I'm just gonna end it on that, man, because this is just ridiculous. All right, you know, so you know, with that, you just gotta watch out for these shameless women. You know, they going being whores and such. You know, as the scriptures have shown you. You know, it speaks to these women. So it says, married mom who had group sex with a string of schoolboys at her home is jailed for 7 years, but she said she's supposed to be put to death. You know, for committing adultery. So with that, I'm gonna say, call all Yahweh Shemeshai Bashar Kakadash, double honors to the elders and apostles at Great Millstone. Peace, salutations, all sincere Akim. You know, what Akwathi Yum that's out there, of course, listening and learning. All right, you know, this is just, we got to get out of here. Shalom.